couch, dogs, me, guitar lessons. Hey there, LickNRiffers! Welcome back to yet another awesome fingerstyle arrangement lesson right here on LickNRiff, and this time we're going to learn comfortably numb. So first I'm going to play it for you so you can see and hear how it goes, and then we're going to break it down lick by lick, note by note, chord by chord with tabs right here on the screen for your convenience so you can play it yourself. So it goes like this. Enjoy. Alright, so the intro is just B minor. So you can play B minor any way you like, just keep it in the same rhythm of the song. Okay, just quiet rock. Just bass, chord, let it ring. Okay, just 1, 2, 3, 4. Any way you like. Don't start with arpeggios and all, because if you put on too many notes, then they're all going to disappear once you start the melody, because the verse melody is on the low end. It's a low pitched solo, so okay, so all you'll have is an extra bass. So just okay, just bass chord. Okay, just a play between bass and the chords. The verse starts with 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 on the D string. Right? And you can slap in between. Right? Now you play the first note, the first 4 on the 4th, the D string, with B, with 2 on the 5th. So you put on B minor just in case you accidentally hit another string. Right? And then you have 4, 4, 2, 0. You can pull it off on the D string. And then you have A major, and the melody is just strings 3, 4, okay, with the bass string, okay? And then of course you have to let it ring. You can add again an extra note or two in the free spaces. Okay, I played it upside down. Okay, I played strings 4, 3 by mistake. And then you have, okay, so it's a really inconvenient line. So you can do, you can do 2 pull off to 0 twice on the G string instead of 2, 2, 2 and then 0. And then you have a G chord with the 3rd string again open, so you have to repeat that note, and then the open D string. So then, so it's 2, 0 on the 6th string into E minor, right? So I emphasize the E minor. I play strings 2, 3, 4, and 6. Okay? Then you have, okay, so again, the melody is in the low pitch. Okay, it's the low end of the spectrum. So, okay, so for a moment there, you only have a bass solo. So it's 2 pull off to 0, and then a hammer on back to 2 on the 5th string, the A string. Okay, for the B bass, and then you have 4, 4, 4 again on the D string, on the 4th string. So this time I do harmonize. Okay, even the whole chord. Okay, because the melody is in there. Right? The ear kind of expects it, so it finds it, and knows where to find it in the chords, so no worries there. And then you repeat everything. You just replace the G chord, okay? Instead of okay? This time it's right. It's the open 4th string, and then G, the bass, the 3 on the 6th string with the 3rd string. So it's okay, and then 3rd string twice more, 4 on the D string on the 4th string, then E minor. So I play strings 3, 4, and 6 this time. And then you have this again, the B minor. So the second time around it's this is the first time around. The second time around it's right, so that's the verse. You're done with the verse. All right, so chorus time. The chorus is it's basically 4 chords. It's D, A, and then it's C, G. So okay, it's D, and it is a D note. It's the D bass, the D string, and then 3, 3, 3, 3, which is a D note on the 2nd string. So I harmonize with the 2 on the 3rd. Okay, so then 3, 3 again, and then the open E string, then A, the A bass with the open E string, and then the rest of the chord, strings 2 and 3, or 2, 3, and 4. So, right? And then the keyboards do this. Okay, so I bar 2 for the A chord, and I pull off 3 to 2 on the 2nd string, then I play 2 on the 3rd, 2 on the 4th, twice. You can add the bass if you like, so or the second time. Alright? Then you do it again. Okay, now I do this twice. Okay? Because then I play this. Okay? the change into C. So it's 2 on the 5th string with the open 2nd string. They're both B, and I harmonize with the 3rd string. And then I play C. Okay? So you need to cut the arpeggio short. So instead of playing it twice, then I cut it short by half and I play it once. Okay, then it's C, and it's just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 on the 2nd string inside the chord, then 3 on the 2nd string. So okay, 3 on the 2nd chord, the 2nd string, okay, and then you change into the 2nd chord, which was what I was thinking that I was about to say, which is G with 3 on the 2nd string. So it's just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3 again with G. And then this goes down 2 frets to, okay, 1 pull off to 0 on the 2nd string, and then the open 3rd, open 4th twice. And if you like to do this, okay, this again, into C, okay, the 2, 3 on the 5th string, the 0, 1 on the 2nd string, then again, you just do this once. Okay, so I'm playing 1. Right, and you can do this again. You just play the arpeggio once. If you don't want to do it, if you want to start straight away with the C chord, play the arpeggio twice. Okay? And then you get this. You can try both variations, because then you repeat it. You have the C and G line again in the keyboard. Then you do 2 on the 2nd string. So you can do, okay, you can do A7, okay, or just 2 on the 2nd string, leading you back to D. You can do A7 there. Have the D and A twice, and then you have C with a harmony with strings 1 and 2 together, and then okay, 3 and 3 on strings 1 and 2 twice into a full G chord, okay? And then strings 2 and 3, okay, on 3 and 0. So you have strings 2 and 3, and then you have the C and G again, and then A, strings 1, 2, 3, and 5. Then, okay, which is 3, 3 on the 2nd string, harmonized by the open 3rd string, and you play 2, 3 on the 5th string. So it's G over B into C. C add 9 technically. So. Rhythmically, you want a syncopation there, okay, which is and 1, okay? It's not technically a syncopation because it's not right before the beat, but it's still a syncopation, okay, because you get that that offbeat groove. So A, 2, 3, 4, and 1, right? G over B and C, okay? The G over B is on the and C. Okay, so, and then you get the feel of the line, and then you have 3, 3, 3, 2nd string still into G. Okay, so again, it's a syncopation. You play the 3, 3, 3, and then the G bass, and then the open 2nd string, 2, 2, 2 on the 3rd into D. You just play 2 and 0 on strings 3 and 4. Right? And then you have the solo. You start with a D chord, right? 2 on the E string, 3 pull off to 2 on the E string, and then A, open E string, that's the melody, and then right, 3, 2, 2, pull off on the 2nd string, 2 on the 3rd, 2 on the 4th, just like the keyboard solo. So D, and then the open D string, and then the D chord again, strings 2, 3, and 4, and then again, okay, the 3 pull off to 2 on the E string, and then the open E string into A. Now again, you can do a syncopation. You can play the open E string and then the A bass. So, okay, and then you have this. Okay, how beautiful is that line? It's the same arpeggio: 3 to 2 on the second string, 2 on the third, 2 on the fourth, and you pull off the 2 to 0 on the fourth. 4, 2 pull off the 0 on the fifth. Okay, and then C with 3 on the E string. And then 2, 0 on E, 3 on B, still a C chord. 2 pull off the 0, 0 on the E string into a G chord. And then 3, 3 on the second string. Okay, so you get this. Then you need to put the thumb on the G bass, 3 on the 6th string, because you have, right? So if you want the bass, put the thumb on and you play. Okay, it's 5 pull off to 3 on the second string, 4 on the third, hammer on back from 3 to 5 on the second, 2 pull off to 0 on the first, and then C with 3 on the E string again. Right? So, and then you have, okay, 3, 2, 0 on the E string. Okay, you have to let go of the chord. 3, 0 on the second, and then open third, open fourth with the G bass again, and then 1 pull off to 0 on the second string. Then you play the last part of the chorus. A, okay, and G over B, C. Syncopation line, and then G, and the line into a D5. So the solo again: D, A, arpeggio. Sorry. Okay, D again into A, extended arpeggio. C, G. G, and I have gone comfortably numb. Right, and then you play another verse and another chorus. I jump right into the second solo. Now the second solo is up to you, basically. It's an acoustic arrangement, so I'm gonna give you the basics, and then you can riff on them, okay, riff around with the ideas, because you don't have to play the exact solo, because it's not an electric guitar solo, it's an acoustic one. So you start with D, okay, you finish, let's see, and you're still on D, okay, and you play the D bass or the D5, and then the open E string, and then B minor. 2 on the E string, that's a melody. Arpeggio, 1, 2, 3, 2. And then A with the E string, 3, 0, 3 on the second string. And then, okay, it's G with 3, 0 on the second string, 2 on the third, and then 0, 3 on the second string, and then E minor. So, you can hammer it on. And then, okay, 0, 2, 0, hammer on, pull off on the E string, 3 on the second string with your second finger, and the rest of the B minor chord. So you build it as you go. Okay. Then, okay, 3 on the second, 0, 2, 0 on the first, 3 on the second, rest of the B minor chord. Then you have, the same line, 3, 0 on the second string, 2 on the third, open second, with A, and then G, and then that last open second string is E minor, alright? And then you have a bar on 7 with the pentatonic line. Okay, so I bar 7, play strings 1, 2, 3, and 6. This is B minor, and I play 10, 7 on E. Okay, 10 and then 7, 10, 7, hammer on, pull off on the second string, and then 9 on the third, 7, 7 on 2 and 3, and then 9 on the third. Okay, and then you have, okay, you have this line then. Okay, so you have to bar because you need the bass. Okay, so you can play strings 2, 3, 4, and 6, all on 7. And then put 9 and 9 on the 4th and 5th. And then 9 pull off the 7, 9 on the 4th with A, with the open A string. And then you have G with 2, 0 on E, 3 on B, and then 0, 2, 2 on E into an E minor chord. So it's strings 1, 2, 3, and 6 all the way, with 3, and open, 6th string. And then you have this again. Okay, this again. And then you have just the top of the chord, the bottom, okay, the top guitaristically speaking, the bottom, the B5 chord, the bass strings 5, 4, and 6, and then you have this 9 slide to 7, 7 on the 4th with A, and then you have, okay, 2 on the 3rd, 0, 3, 3 on the 2nd with G, and then with E minor. So I play strings 2 and 3 when I play the 0, 3. Okay, sorry. Again, 3 on the bass, open bass, right? It's not complicated. Most of it is the same notes, exactly. You just have to know which chord you play. And then you have, okay, just B minor arpeggio strings 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, and then you have, okay, bar on 7 again, and it's 7, 7, 9, 9 slide to 10. You can play the whole chord all the time, and then you have this, okay, okay, just D chord on 9 with the A bass is an A chord. So it's 10, pull off the 9 on E, and then you can play it twice. You can play this. So it's 10 pull off to 9 on the E string twice, and then 10 on the 2nd, 9 on the 3rd. This is the chord. I slide down to 7. You can play 6. 7 on the 4th. You can create any variation of this you like. Okay. Okay, any variation on these notes that you like. And then you have G again with, okay, with 2 on the E string. Then 2 pull off the 0, 3, 0 on the 2nd string, and then E minor, open E. So, okay, so, and then, okay, it's B minor again, but you just have, you can do this, okay, but it kind of stops the sound, so just the bass this time. Hammer on to 3 on the 2nd string, and then 2 on the 5th with 0, 2, 0 on E, hammer on pull off, and then 3, 0, 3 pull off a 0. So, and then, okay, 2nd string, open E string, okay, and then 3 pull off to 0 on the 2nd again, okay, B minor again, bar on 7, strings 1, 2, 3, and 6, and then, okay, it's the B bass again, 2 on the 5th string with E string, pull off from 2, 3 on the 2nd, open 1st, open 2nd, and then you have A with the open 2nd string, Okay, just pentatonic. 2 0 on the third, 2 plus 0 2 on the fourth, and then you have G and E minor again with the same line, 3 3 0 3 on the second, B minor. I just play strings 3, 4, and 5. Back to the rhythm. Okay, we started with rhythm, we finish with the rhythm. So that's the solo, right? So download the tab, it's for free. The link is below in the description. Everything on LickNRiff is for free. But if you want to give something anyway, there's a Patreon link also in the description, and everything you give back, anything you choose to give back is much appreciated. I'm grateful for that, and I thank you in advance. Everything goes right back into LickNRiff, into making these lessons, these arrangements. It's all you know, a lot of work and effort and time. So if you want to support this endeavor and also you know, make more lessons for you, free guitar education, so I'd be more than grateful for you for that. So thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now. Enjoy.